I only entertain you so that I may entertain others. Alone holds me like the covers do. Alone holds me like chains, like a lover. Like my parents had no effect on my destiny.
Your head is taking the whole frame up.
Your head is so big. It's huge. Hi, everybody.
Hey.
I'm Jordan. It's been a little bit since I've done poetry publicly, so thank you, Jeff, for having me. I was gonna do some really sad stuff, but I'm gonna just do the sad stuff. So this is just in light of Black History Month. I decided to show another facet of Black life, with me being a queer individual. So this is Queer Love. It's the title of this thing. And other things. I know I'm no holiday. I can never afford to be. I can't sleep without memories of you grabbing at my soul. Maybe it's me. I make attempts to stay the real in bed with intoxicated lovers wide awake, trying to milk their dead weight for an ounce of forgetting. My efforts rarely bear fruit. I am empty. I imagine you sound asleep, having said your piece and divested your love. There are new hands peeling all the you that I remember away in an effort to restore you in their likeness, and I feel their success is imminent. I know I'm no holiday. I could never afford to be. I don't even celebrate them anymore. I couldn't tell you the last time something festive drew a smile, or even the last time I visited home. I'm destined to live a salt life, having dreams where I'm hugging you at bad angles, only enough to recognize my loss of sanity, enough to realize you reaching for Navidad. And my hug is much less that, much more desperate cling to yesterday's late night slow dances in your room. It felt like our room. It felt like promise, like hand in hand, like fruition. Like my parents had no effect on my destiny. It felt, and now. So that one was called No Holiday. That actually put that on my musical album that I put out on my birthday this month. Or sorry, not this month, last month, on the 3rd. So yeah, figured it would be fitting to start with that since that's out in the world and people could hear that in all of its musical glory. Hello, welcome in. This next one I wrote a long time ago. It's a bit literary in ways. It's called Glasses. You admire me in such a way it makes me hate myself. I feel as though at your distance I must look different, some figure blurred of all that's real, washed of all my sinful skin. It must be someone else that you see, because from here the sight is a disaster. A mangle-mounded mess of glut and guilt, held together by sweet words of strangers who don't know me as well, strangers who pass by and polite smile me, strangers who are intrigued enough to engage me, who whisper sweetly into my ear and wait for a response, not knowing I love candy, not knowing of my rotten teeth, not knowing the invisible branches of my tongue and how they concede, how what you can't see can hurt you. They haven't the proper I word, but you, where are your glasses? I spent so much time making them. We never have enough of it anyway, quality time. Long gazes to violently silent car rides, sweet caresses to incredibly loud scenes of what we now know is as normal a conversation as we'll ever have. Time where you had to see me for me like a forest for its trees. Where are your glasses? I wonder who made mine. My vision hasn't always been so clear, and still there are times it slips away from me like someone else's covers on a brief night. Nights I set them on the nightstand and fall open and blind into another's arms, wide awake. See, brief nights are frequent when you sleep as little as I do. Time slips away and I can't see that the current silent car ride feels so familiar. I can't see that my embraces are only an excuse to get my hands close enough to the spine so that I can rip it out when I please. And with each With each deep breath, I squeeze and feel my fingers burrowing deep. The breaths recess shorter, and I'm breathing easy, but I can't see. Oh, the damage. Where are your glasses? I feel like George in that barn. I don't let go when they scream. I feel like Lenny with that gun. Does it have to be me? Something keeps telling me to run back to my bed, but my bed reeks of alone and I can't wash it out. And whenever I lay down at night, I feel its fingers crawl over me. I pull the covers tight. Alone holds me like the covers do. Alone holds me like chains, like a lover, like pain. My lonely is evil in vain. Do you see me? Am I clear yet? Please put on your glasses. Sideways as well. All right. This next one here. So, as you can see, I struggle with self-image and things. So this one's called Social Media is Socially Painful, or Cloaked. Cloaked. Our meeting was social, technology taboo. We don't speak truth of it. We rarely speak. I feel the heat in my face like summer water surface. I feel the ache within. I feel the hands of inner self prying my ribcage open like doors, fighting to brandish identification, to change the narrative, but this is friendly conversation. It's conversation. And time is scarce. I haven't the reflex to plead my identity. I'm ill-equipped from years of stayed tongue, from realizing that to wield my hand is to reveal yours. I know that for comfort's sake, my duty is to die inside for a moment, so that you may live to see my pain, the pain that grows thick on my lips, so that when seldom kissed, the pain like poison infects and affects your chemistry. It changes the color of your eyes from their shame gray to their natural brown, because we are natural, we are nature, we exist. For every moment of death we must experience, we halt our beauty, we hold back joy, we deny our nature, so kiss me deep, deeper than the roots of your doubt, of your guilt, of your shame. Kiss me and take away this pain. It's about meeting people on social media and on apps and stuff, and them not being out to all their friends and all those things. So a lot of pain and sorrow.
Everyone cried today.
And now laughter. I can laugh about it now. It's fine. This next one comes from that same sort of culture, like going out to clubs and hanging out with people that you probably shouldn't be hanging out with anyway, but because you're nice and they like you, you go. So this is, I only entertain you so that I may entertain others. So next time you become figurine, when you're asked to be put on display, to hold the universe together for might-be friend, wanna-be lover, when you're summoned for appearance's sake, your glitter and visual ecstasy, the kind that doesn't sit right with your relationer, but is ever so telling to outer folk, they have status and walk with gods. Adonis statues were never meant to be dragged. So next time you receive text message, expecting the vagueness of their situation to conjure your presence, that because it's your day off and celebration is in order, you'll come of your own volition. That you're not particularly wanted, but you couldn't hurt. Next time you feel the talons of emotion, not too distant, the pain of what could be and what hasn't been, the yearning of public closeness, the kind that leaves you aching through the work week, tell them you're busy. Thank you.
Good advice.
I got a couple more here. Just two more here. This next one kind of goes along with that culture as well, being in the clubbing, going to the bars and stuff. Actually, true story. So maybe we'll get into that, but it's called Mask Gay Does Straight Bar in Chicago. I had a nosebleed last night. It didn't slowly creep out like you do sometimes when you hear one of those awkward conversations. No, it came rushing out like the sense of guilt you feel for being, like if you weren't there, or you, or alive, those heated discussions would be fruitless. The bar bathroom paper towels tried to stay the flow, and my blood continued to find ways to escape. They became witness, evidence, accomplice. They know what happens once your bark is bested. These paper towels were trees, once were branches, were sticks. See, we faggot our tightly bundled stick discarded from our given family trees, developed a bond with the chill of the ground. We scrap of broken home. They tried to make us whole, pour in chemicals, mix to pulp, spray us onto their sieves, draining us of our nature, keeping what's moldable, then layer us, mat us down, roll us through heated pressure, upon pressure, squeezing until we are the desired. More chemicals burn us to the desired texture. We are cut to the desired size, packaged compactly and precisely, paper hugging paper, shoved into the desired box, counting our lucky stars that we somehow fit. But no, we don't, and they still smell us, even in our thickest rasp or cologne or muscles. We haven't the privilege of peace of mind when our backs are turned in the straight bar, or to forget when we go alone to the bathroom, or safety when three larger men corner us, allies, or anything else we could conjure outside of our bodies. Sometimes, when we taste the blood in our mouths, we have to remember that we are tasting, we are alive, and we sometimes have a choice. So when I say I had a nosebleed last night, a nosebleed wasn't all, and I wasn't the only one. Thank you. All right. So this one's going to be a little political, but it's also right. Okay, so this is a poem I wrote in honor of, or in really introspection on the Orlando club shooting, Pulse nightclub shooting. And this is me just realizing how selfish I am at times and how fortunate I am at times. So this says, "We are dying and I am selfish for Orlando. I can't scream loud enough. The ring in my ears is deafening. I'd love to speak to friends. My fingers continue to scroll. Maybe I'll do some dishes. Maybe I'll clean the yard. I would love to curl into a ball. Maybe my fingers continue to scroll. I'd love to speak to family. My heart aches in places unfamiliar. My eyes read and widen. My lungs seem smaller. My breath is shallow. I'm drowning in open air. I'd love to speak it all. I'd love to hear a soft voice, a familiar voice. I'd love not to feel the target on my forehead. To be ignorant of gun. I can't scream loud enough, and I can't feel my limbs. My fingers continue to scroll. My fingers continue to scroll. My fingers continue to scroll. I wish there was a dream. I wish this was a dream. I wish it was all a dream. I want to be sleeping, to feel comfort of bed when I'm pinched awake. My fingers continue to scroll. I want to blink away the words. My hands are failing to hold my phone. I want distance, though there is distance. I want separation. I want a different reality. I want to fear lesser things. I want safety of love. Safety of life in love, safety of celebration of life and love, safety and pride, but I guess we got a month for that, right?